Did you know that creating a to-do list and checking off even the smallest tasks every day builds your self-confidence? We're going to talk about self-confidence today. We're also going to talk about ego and the mindset stuff behind what it takes to transform. It's going to be a good one, guys, so grab your coffee and let's get into it.
Let's go.
All right. Welcome back to another episode of Candidly with Coffee.
We're back.
We are back. We're in the green chairs because we like the green chairs.
I do. It's comfortable. Not gonna lie. It's very comfortable.
Yeah, it's comfortable. It's relaxing. And you know what? I feel like this feels like we're at a coffee shop.
Well, look what we have right there.
This is coffee shop vibes.
Yes,
right?
it is.
We've even got our little, we don't want to confuse anybody. So coffee it is. This is not off topic. This is Candidly with Coffee. And we're happy to be back.
Yes, we are.
It feels like forever because we've been mixing it up with interviews and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But
I don't know when we're going to record ever anymore. It's just different.
Yeah, it's just on your calendar.
Yeah.
We are calendar-based people here. If it's not on a calendar, it does not happen.
No.
Really. It's been crazy busy. So,
Yes, it has.
but before we get too far, follow us on Instagram if you haven't already. Subscribe to us here on YouTube. I'm approaching, I think, 53,000 subscribers. So thank you very much for all your support, you guys. We are so grateful, honestly. Leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. We really do appreciate that. Do you have any housekeeping for them?
Hey, follow me over at Esco Elite Mindset as well. Got my little channel growing too. Got some of your ladies coming over there, commenting and whatever, pushing the page.
They're the best. That's why.
They are. I like it.
I love my tribe.
I mean, you only set me up last July, and I'm already like creeping on 10K. There's people who've been on YouTube for years. I don't even have 1K.
It took me like 4 years to get to 10K.
So
yeah,
channel's rolling.
Yeah, you're doing really good.
Follow me on Instagram as well.
And the interview with Adam went well.
Oh yes,
very well received.
Very well received. And I'm not sure if he even pushed on his.
He's going to talk about it on Mind Pump, I think.
They have almost 500,000 subscribers.
Yeah. He's going to talk about it, I think, on Mind Pump. But because what's interesting about the interview, and what I'm talking about is Adam Schaefer from Mind Pump, obviously, was on Esco Elite Mindset. He's never shared his origin story. He only talks about fitness and all that stuff when he does appearances. So that was kind of cool.
And then we got to talk about our origins, how we met, how we came about, and how me and you came about, honestly.
Yeah.
Because he hired me at the gym where I met you at eventually. So it's all like
synergy.
Yes.
It's so crazy to me.
It had to happen that way.
It's just
weird. I had to get the job there. It just had to happen that way. Everything had to go according to plan.
Yeah, and you know what? What I was thinking about, which I really want him to get kudos for this, and like, I'll never forget it. The fact that he gave you a chance with a prison record, federal prison record.
Yes.
Before it was cool. Before prison reform and Kim Kardashian and everyone people started looking at people that with criminal records a little differently.
Yeah, that's so true. You're right.
And he was already thinking outside the box.
Yep.
And he judged you on how you presented yourself, how you spoke, his vibe off of you. And that's pretty fucking cool. And if he had not done that, we would not be sitting here today.
No. And back then, people were still judgmental.
Yeah.
They weren't open-minded.
No, that's what I mean. It wasn't like the cool thing. Now it's a little bit more, if it's a nonviolent crime, it's drug-related or whatever, because those laws were kind of crazy for a while there.
Super crazy back then.
Yeah, so that's a good interview, guys. Take a listen to that. I know we've talked about it, but it was really good. It's being very well received over on your channel as well. And just a reminder, Detox Pool Party is coming up.
Ooh.
June 23rd, Sunday, June 23rd. We will be there. Who's going to Detox? Comment. If you're local, I know a lot of our old friends from back in the day. You guys should all go. Be a little reunion of sorts.
I think so. We should all hang out and catch up. And I'm sure we're going to see some old faces from back then. You know what I mean? It'd be cool. I know a few people going from back in the days.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I do. I'm sure a bunch are going to go. Come on now. People love that. They love like reunions. And it's going to be a new crowd. Fresh meat.
Yeah, there's going to be like the old folk. Yes. And then there's going to be the young 20-somethings who are enjoying a pool party, excited to enjoy a pool party.
And us old folks, You're going to see us with either Diet Coke or water in hand.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun.
DetoxSundays.com, you guys. DetoxSundays.com for your tickets because it's going to be a fun day for sure.
Sunday, right?
Yeah, and I feel like I want to do I want to go and then I want to old school, like what we used to do. What we used to do in Vegas after a pool party.
I already know. Say less. Go eat somewhere.
Go eat.
We'll think of it.
And then we'll already have donuts waiting at home.
Oh, you already know.
It's just, it's fun to do that once in a while. Like we did it after Miami. We had our little all-in day, and it's fun to do that once in a while.
Well, that's why we call our lifestyle a balance.
Yeah.
It's not rigid, and you're going to have to live this way and this way only. No, that's not real life.
Yep, agreed. You guys, I just celebrated the halfway point of my current 8-week challenge, which is my body boot camp, Jay's Body Boot Camp. If you've not heard me talk about it before, I've been doing them since 2020. Can you believe it? I've been doing those for 4 years.
Wow, that went by quick.
I took a hiatus when my mom died and didn't restart it again until this last October. So I took a couple years off, but I started them in 2020, and now I've done 12. I'm currently in BBC 12. And when I first launched BBC 12, that was going to be it for me for the year because I was just a little burnt out. But since we moved everyone over to the new app and everything, I love that new app so much more that I feel like I want to keep going. So I'm going to do BBC.
So let me
13.
ask you this: what gave you the idea to start that in the beginning? I never asked you that, in the first place. BBC.
Because I wanted to develop a program that based on what I do, this is how it started. It started as Bikini Boot Camp, by the way. I called it Bikini Boot Camp. And I wanted to share what my protocol was whenever I was getting ready for bikini season.
Oh.
And so that's how it started. It started with my summer cut, like what I do after every holiday season to get into my summer body.
Yeah.
And that's how it started. And it started on March 1st, 2020. And what happened on March 17th, 2020? The world shut down.
Yes, it did. You're right.
So I was 2 weeks into my boot camp, and I modified and I provided the whole crew of people with at-home workouts.
See? You can make it happen, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I modified real quick. We jumped and we kept everybody accountable, and it was so successful. It was so good. The timing was so perfect because so many of those people, had they not been in boot camp, they would have put on the COVID-19 pounds.
COVID-19. That's cool, though, that you this is what people need to understand. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Yeah.
People always look for an out. Well, the world shut down, so I'm going to just stop following my program and quit. No, that doesn't mean you give up.
No.
You keep going. You go harder. You know what I'm saying? You train harder. You push.
Yeah.
We found ways to work out. I would do burpees and push-ups and squats.
It's a mindset.
It is.
It is a mindset. Don't wait for one little thing to go wrong and throw in the towel, because you're never going to succeed at anything in life. I'm not even talking about your weight. You're not going to succeed at anything in life with that mentality.
Yeah.
Because things are not going to go according to plan.
Never.
That's just life. What's my favorite thing to say lately?
I already know. Life is going to life.
Life is going to life.
That's so true. I got a client going through some personal stuff right now.
I mean, so do I.
Yeah, see, but they still hunker down. They're still succeeding. They're so crushing. I'm staying on. I'm like, listen, life's going to life. But that doesn't mean you don't get to go eat whatever you want and get off your program. No, sir, Bob. No free passes here. I stay on them. That's what we're here for.
So the program has kind of evolved into it is basically it's a boot camp. I call it boot camp because, when you go away to the military and you go to boot camp, they teach you all the basic training.
That's true. Basic training.
Because you have to master basics before you can go on to anything else. You cannot build a house on sand.
That's funny you say that, because in boot camp, the first thing that they do is that if you go in there disheveled, they get you looking right. Number one. Number two, you're going to bed early. Number three, you're getting up early. Yeah. And they hate it. They're getting up crack of dawn.
They do all the things basically that I do. That's why I call it boot camp.
Yeah.
People get scared sometimes, like, oh my God, is it super rigid? No, it's not. But if you don't know how to do these basic things, you're never going to succeed at your weight loss journey. These are the basics. And if you master, it's only 4 things. If you master those 4 things, you will have your dream body.
Yes.
And your starting point will determine how long it takes you to get your dream body, but you can absolutely get your dream body. You master those 4 things. And it takes some trial and error for some people, and some people can take it and run with it and be super successful on their own. And then some people, they crawl through it and they just have a harder time. And those are the people that maybe they need to graduate out of the boot camp and into a more, one-on-one type of coaching thing. But it's a great way to test out my coaching program too. And it really does give you all the tools you need to do on your own. And then if you're not doing well on your own, that's when you got to plug in a one-on-one coach. Yeah. And that's kind of how I look at it.
Some people just need it. Some people, they grab the bull by the horns and handle business. Other people's like, they're just kind of they're like this in the water. They're just cruising, and eventually they break through. But with one-on-one, of course, you get more intimate coaching, and you can break them through the barriers. Because a lot of people have a lot of hang-ups. They can't break through certain barriers mentally.
Yeah, there's certain mindset and old habits and things, and I anticipate them. I already kind of know what a client is thinking based on what they message me. So on my one-on-one clients, like I had a client today, she said something, and then I replied telling her, listen, I don't want you to start doing this, that, and the other. And she replied to me and said, you read my mind. I was like, I know. I've been doing this a very long time.
That's funny.
I know.
When people think like you don't know, like we've been doing this a long time.
I know so many. You guys, I can't even explain to you. I'm like I am like also like a not even body language, because it doesn't have to be in person. I am a habits I know the way someone moves, the way they message me, the way they respond, their responsiveness, the way they're tracking, all the different things they do. I know when they're starting to fall off. Yeah. I know when they're not in a good mindset. Like, I pick up on all these things. I can't explain it. My brain has always worked that way.
Man, you pick up even on my clients.
Yeah.
Even on my specific client.
Yeah.
You know who I'm talking about. You know when he does well, then he starts like,
I'll say, hey, check in with this one because X, Y, Z.
Yes.
I pick up on certain things, but that's what you get with experience. You know what I mean? Like, I have been doing this a really long time, and I have a lot of experience doing it. And I always just kind of say, listen, just listen to me. Just trust me.
Trust the process.
I know that you want to do this, but don't. You just do what I'm telling you to do.
I'm not going to lie. That kind of like, I won't say it pisses me off, but sometimes I'm like, listen, I am your coach. You hired me. Let me do my job. There's a reason you hired me. And this is what people don't realize. I think people that don't understand, like, what do I need a coach for? Well, why the fuck do you need a therapist for? You sit in a fucking chair and cry to a therapist and tell them all your problems. Well, what do they really do for you? They just write down notes, say, oh, go do this. We do things for you. We show you how to eat, how to change your mindset, design workout programs, design the way to eat so it's comfortable for you. So there's a lot of things that we do. So yes, you do need a coach. We hold you accountable too when you're starting.
I'll tell you what, the nutrition though, man, people need a lot of help.
Oh, they're so confused and
lost.
Lot
of help.
They have this. When I talk to people about it, they have this mindset of like, I was talking to one of my possible future clients, one of my guys. He's like, well, I got kids. Can I eat this or can I do that? I said, dude, there's no restrictions. There's only a couple of things I'm going to tell you not to eat. And usually it's pizza and donuts right off the rib because they don't do nothing.
What I like to do personally is I like to have at it. These are your macros. Start tracking.
Yeah.
Because I need to see like how you eat.
Yes.
Let me see how you eat. Just give me the data. Just start tracking. Try to hit your macros as best you can, and then I will start slowly giving you like, hey, don't do this or try to do this. I'll give you little tips. That way, we start where you're at and build. Smart. Instead of me just throwing a completely foreign way of eating at you. Like, you're used to eating 2 meals a day, and this is kind of the style of meals you have. And I'm like, hey, I want you to eat 6 meals a day, and blah. You're not going to be successful. I like to start where you are, and then I will kind of like start layering in things that you need to work on.
Yep.
And then if you like if I say, if you don't listen to me and start doing what I'm telling you, then I'll be like, hey, you know what? I thought we talked about, I need you to do this. Is there a reason why you're not doing this? Let's dig a little deeper. Let's give you some alternatives. And that's what the coaching is about. And they don't get that in the boot camp. They don't get that in the challenge as much. They get me, during coaches chat or in the group. But that type of real, like, in it, that's one-on-one coaching.
Yeah. And it's crazy because, again, sometimes people think they don't need that and they can skate through life. And it's like, listen, even us coaches have coaches.
Yeah.
And one thing that I loved about that event that we went to, the Aspire event, they said even the billionaires have like a finance coach, business coach,
they have a coach for everything.
Coach, fitness coach. Yes, they're smart.
We interviewed Ruben Resendez. He's the founder of a company called Adhere, very popular internet marketing company. He's a multimillionaire. And he said that he has a coach for everything. He has a nutrition coach. He has a fitness coach. He has a business coach. He has a finance coach. He has a coach for every aspect of his life to keep everything on point.
Yes.
And he's super fit. People also think like, oh, once you're super fit, you don't need a coach. No, you're super fit because you have a coach.
Because once you start
keeping
veering,
you
get off the path a little bit.
Yeah.
And we all do it. Everybody gets off the path. You start pull you back in like, hey, you ain't tracking lately, brother. What's going on? What's going on with this? I call all the time, hey, you got to track, man. I don't care if life is lifing.
Yeah.
I pull guys all the way back in.
No, I get it. But my boot camp is a good entryway into working with me. It's a good like first step. It's a good affordable step. But it's, it is limited, and I am going to do another one due to popular demand. If you want to get on the wait list and be the first to hear about when that is, go to JanineEscobar.com and put your email there, and I will be sending emails. But I'll share like this. I'm doing a challenge where you get points in there. It's a fun little side game inside of the boot camp. And there's been this one girl, she's been at the top of the leaderboard for the points the whole entire time. I'm like, and it's kind of the honor system with the points thing. So I'm like, if you're doing well on the leaderboard of the points, I know macros work and this program works. So those people that are on the leaderboard, I'm going to go and look at their transformations. I bet you they're going to be really good. So, of course, I pulled up Katie Pierce. She's actually in the UK. And 4 weeks, I'm going to put her picture up. She said I could share her pictures, but 4 weeks. In 4 weeks, that's what she looks like.
Big difference.
4 weeks. And then I have this other client, and she's been with me now. It's her third challenge because it takes more than one challenge. Okay, it doesn't take 8 weeks to transform, but she's like transformed. She's transformed.
Oh yeah,
look,
from what I can see. Wow.
She looks great.
And look, man, that's a perfect example. Is you cannot go wrong on betting on yourself, investing in yourself. She's investing in herself, and look at her now.
Yeah, and I mean, I have tons. It's like I could go on and on, but I just love it. I love it. So if you're interested in getting on the wait list, get on the wait list. I'm definitely going to do BBC 13. BBC 12. I hate to break it to all the ones before, but BBC 12 has been the best so far. I've had so much fun communicating with the group and just really getting to know everybody. And it's been a very, very fun experience for me. And that when it's fun and work, you're onto something really good.
Yes, you are. And you haven't complained one bit to me.
Yeah, like I haven't been like, oh, the challenge.
Yeah,
no.
No, you're like, fuck this. Let's grow this thing. Let's get it bigger.
I absolutely love it.
Yeah.
All right, you guys. I'm just gonna list off bullet point some hold my coffee. So we went so long without a hold my coffee.
Oh wow, let's do it.
And now this last week.
Get mine.
Yeah, exactly. Let me get my coffee. The Hannah Coffee Co. Hannah Coffee Co. on the Alameda. Cheers. Cheers to hold my coffee.
Booyah.
Okay, so anytime I start to gain popularity on the internet, it comes with hold my coffees, though.
Of course.
I've had some videos that have done pretty well, and it comes with hold my coffees.
Hey, we were prepared for this. Remember, they said.
I know. Why is it that people are so concerned about my cortisol levels? Do I look like I'm like a stressed out person?
No. What did I tell you today in the kitchen?
That I look youthful.
Somebody else told you that recently.
Yes.
What are you doing? 2
or 3 people have said, hey, like... Have you do something with your skin or something? I'm like, no. I look youthful. It's youthful is because I'm loving my life. I'm loving my job. I'm loving my body. I'm happy. I have energy. I'm all the things. I don't have any issues that I'm stressed about right now. I'm busy. Busy, good stress is not the same as like the stress that weighs on you. The stress that I had in October and before.
Yes.
That kind of stress, it weighed all over my face. So, but I've had several people, and I think it's because in my video, my what I eat in a day, I said first thing in the morning, I have an energy drink and a protein bar. I apologize if I didn't tell you exactly how many minutes I've been awake before I do that. It's like,
they want to know that too.
No, well, they're like, you shouldn't have caffeine first thing in the morning and blah, blah, blah. I was like,
here we go. The experts.
Okay, do I need to be specific with you? I actually wait about 1 to 2 hours.
That's true.
Because I have to take medication that has to be in my system for a minimum of 1 hour with only water. But it's like, it's just annoying.
They want specifics.
They want the fucking specifics.
Jesus
Do you want my
fucking
social security
Christ.
number too?
Yeah, right?
Timestamps? But anyways,
We need to do a video
it's
about
just
that.
so funny because I think it's hilarious because it's always the people that they make a comment like that and then I go to their page and they have like a wine glass on their page as their profile picture. I'm like, hold up, you drink a glass of wine with dinner, but
Every night.
you're concerned about my cortisol level
You're
because
so-
I drink an energy drink in the morning.
The funny shit is these fucking people love to be concerned about shit that doesn't even inflict their life. Like, what the fuck do you care about what I do or put in my body?
I'm not even
Yeah.
screenshotting and gonna give these people any like
No, they want
username. I'm not even gonna do that.
No. They're not.
I've decided I'm not gonna give them any
No
more.
more. No.
Because a lot of them do it on purpose, I think. 'Cause
I think
they
so
want.
too.
The other thing is, it's so funny because, again, in my What I Eat in a Day video, about halfway through the video, I actually say, and whatever you do, don't come for me about where's the veggies. But even though I said that, there's multiple comments saying, where's the veggies? They didn't even get to that part. They don't even watch the video because I talked about how I've actually been incorporating greens on the days that I don't eat veggies because
Yeah.
I've talked to the girls at when I went to One Up Nutrition, and everybody swore by the greens from One Up. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to start incorporating them. Maybe I can get people off my fucking back that I don't eat a lot of vegetables if I incorporate daily greens. So I talked about that in the video, but I still get comments about people saying, where's the veggies? I don't know why people are fucking so hung up on vegetables. I get it. Micronutrients, I get it. Don't worry, I'm fine.
But
I'm okay.
Can I say something to that? So somebody got on my client about. He said, "Oh, I eat vegetables, blah 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 blah," and my boy says, "Well, fuck, bro. You look busted. Like, what are the vegetables doing for you?" I mean, I'm looking at you. You look busted, and here he is. He's like, I don't eat no veggies, and I'm jacked, and my blood pressure's excellent, my blood work's excellent. So, what are we talking about?
Listen, when I get blood work done through Transcend, they test my cortisol levels. They test everything, micronutrient deficiencies. They do a full panel, hormone panel, everything. Just want to let you guys know I'm okay.
Yeah.
I'm good. And if I'm not, I will let you know. I just got my mammogram, clean bill of health.
Yes.
It's not the freaking energy drink in the morning that's gonna be my demise.
They concern themselves with the stupidest shit.
It's because they want to find something. They're so bothered. Then I had another one, and this is the next one, saying wanted to correct me. Well, first of all, said, well, our menopause is because I said I'm in menopause. I'm a woman in menopause, which is a correct thing to say. It's okay to say it, even though scientifically you're considered postmenopausal. But really, you want to comment and say like, are you actually are you actually in menopause? Because that only lasts one day. Or are you in peri? I said, neither. I'm postmenopausal. Because I think she was probably assuming I was in peri.
Yeah.
I'm postmenopausal, but do you want the dates on that too? Fuck.
Yeah.
Everyone fucking wants me to like it's like, God damn.
I'd be roasting them.
It's funny though. You know why? I know what it is. I know why. Because I don't fit the mold for what they want women in menopause to look like. And that's my goal.
Yeah.
To break the fucking mold. Okay? That's my goal. Break the mold.
I said the same thing at 49, on the road to 50. Motherfucker, look at my body. I'm better than a dude half my age at the gym. Sorry to say this, kiddos, but you're half my age and I'm running right through you at the gym. How is that possible? Because I know how to track my macros and I know how to stay disciplined. That's it. But people they want to dismiss it and put the fat guys on TV with dad bods. I'm here to break that mold too.
Yeah, and we're going to get into that because I want to talk about that, what it takes to transform in that mindset.
Yep.
But I do want to take a little break for One Up Nutrition. One Up Nutrition launched new flavors on Friday, and by far, this has been my favorite clear protein so far. The Italian lemon ice clear protein, 80 calories, 20 grams of protein. So refreshing and an instant appetite suppressant.
I was amazed by it. When you brought it to the room today, I'm literally, this girl, I'm coming out of the shower, getting dressed. She's like, you got to try this clear protein. It's so good. I go, let me take a sip. Let me see. I'll tell my honest opinion.
Yeah.
I go, wow, I was impressed.
Yeah.
And another thing I was impressed, you had me try
the watermelon jalapeno pre-workout.
Yeah.
Yep.
It has some kick, some spice.
Yeah,
you know me, I love spice.
Yeah.
It got me in the back of my throat tingling. I'm like,
and it
I like
amps
this.
you up.
Oh, I was
because it's pre-workout.
I was at the gym 2.5 hours a day, empty stomach, fasted.
Isn't that cool? It's like One Up Nutrition's answering all our mocktail prayers.
Yeah, yeah. There's only one thing I want. It's going to be a weird one, but I do have one request one day from them.
What?
I want like a cheese-based or something, a sauce-based one. But that's going to be a little off.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because I can make a nachos
because you want to be able to make
something different. I'm just saying, you never know. Hey, listen, I have an open mind to everything.
Yeah, so that was a new flavor also, the jalapeno watermelon pre-workout. I didn't try that yet, but you like it?
Yes.
And the I can't remember what. Oh, it's the lychee. I think it's like I can't think of it. The lychee greens. I had that today. I've actually been really enjoying the greens. I know you tried. You tried to do the greens.
I don't know why it didn't cooperate with me.
It did not.
It didn't cooperate with me.
Because I'll tell you why.
Why?
I actually do eat veggies more often than you. I eat kale. I eat arugula. True. Even though I don't fucking like put a bulletin out to make sure everyone knows, hey guys, I'm eating greens.
That's true.
I do eat them. And so I'm used to eating and digesting greens.
Yeah.
You never do.
No.
You are not someone that eats greens.
Zero, you guys.
So when you out of nowhere tried, your body didn't have the proper enzymes to handle it.
Not to get off topic, but remember New Year's Eve? One of our friends tried to eat too much greens. What it did to him? Brussels sprouts.
He was in our toilet for like an hour.
It destroyed him.
It destroyed our toilet.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Yes. It was the Brussels sprouts.
Greens can be dangerous too, man.
Specifically, cabbage and Brussels sprouts are hard on the digestive system.
I actually like cabbage because you'll make like salmon tacos and you use cabbage.
Yeah.
And it's fire. My stomach doesn't. It cooperates with those with cabbage.
Yum! I'm kind of craving that. I'm currently brainstorming. Right? I'm brainstorming what I'm gonna make for my next full day of eating. You guys, I don't want to say this as a promise, but I'm gonna really, really try to do one full day of eating every week on YouTube, in addition to my vlog. So we're trying.
You're giving them a lot.
I know. I
Dropping
try though.
gems, man.
I try.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyways, guys, One Up Nutrition, limited edition flavors. Code Janine saves you 20%. I honestly love One Up Nutrition so much, and they never cease to amaze me. The flavors that they come out with are just freaking amazing.
Yeah, and if you guys follow me on Esco Mindset on my Instagram, just go to my stories. You'll see every morning. I'm consistent. I post creatine, electrolytes, BCAAs, super magnesium, and now that new pre-workout. I wasn't doing that before because I'm a caffeine guy.
Yeah.
But I did it separately though, that pre-workout.
Yeah, it's
I wanted
so
to taste
good.
It was good.
I have that every morning. I do the super magnesium, the pure rebuild, and the pre-workout all in one shaker cup, and I have that on the way to. I have that during my workout.
Yeah, I might do that.
All right, moving on to Comment Corner. We haven't had a Comment Corner in a minute, but we are still doing Comment Corner because I love interacting with you guys. Tree Marie Fit 69. She says, I think people unfollowed you when they looked at your before and after picture and thought you looked amazing and that you were unsatisfied with yourself. When ladies wish they could look as good as you, it's a difficult pill to swallow. It was hard for me too, but we all have our own expectations for ourselves. You are an inspiration to me. Well, thank you, Tree Marie. And that is a good sign that I was an inspiration to you. And we're going to get into that a little bit later in this episode. We're going to talk about what creates that inspiration feeling versus insecurity.
Yep.
But like I've said before, it's my standards for myself. I hold myself to a very high standard, and I do that for my clients.
Yes.
I feel it is my duty
as a leader,
right?
Facts.
To apply everything that I teach, to be able to apply it, adhere to it, and be an example for everybody. You know what I mean? That's
Agreed.
what I hold myself to, that standard. It's not to make anybody feel bad. It is to inspire. And that's what I want to get into.
Why do people take it that way?
But we're going to get into that a little bit at
Yeah.
work. We're going to talk about why that is. It's very, very true what I'm about to say. But first off, we're going to move on to Ashley Ann 91. I switched from drinking on special occasions to consuming magic mushrooms and the occasional acid hippie candy flips. A few times a year, I get to let loose, and instead of a numb out, I get to connect with my chosen family and explore my brain. It's resulted in inner healing and so much peace to say goodbye to alcohol and choose healthier ways to let loose when it's party time. Partying in my 30s looks so much different than the blackout days of my 20s. Alcohol does nothing to benefit us. It only takes. I'm so glad more and more people are waking up to this. We have a friend who does this, who gave up all of like the numbing vices, pain pills,
100%.
alcohol for the psychedelic stuff because she is right. The psychedelics doesn't suppress, it lets out.
Oh, yeah.
And that's why a lot of people have therapy, use it for therapy.
Hello, when I told you, first couple of times that I did microdose of shrooms, I started crying.
Yeah.
Got emotional.
It releases trauma.
Crazy. I started thinking
Yeah.
about my mother and crying. Like, what the fuck
Yeah.
is this shit? And other people I talked to had done it.
Yeah.
They cried too. Like, whoa, I'm not alone.
Yeah. I actually think even though it's not something that you're completely sober of everything.
Zero,
But the
nothing.
short period of time that you did it, I think was necessary. I think it helped you to release a lot of traumas from your childhood. You talked a lot about your childhood at that time and like you guys being homeless for a while and all of that. And I feel like it was a healing for you.
Well, I don't like to admit this because I'm a man and, men were supposed to be tough, but I was scared. I was scared because, I was a young boy. My father was gone all day. I had to help my siblings and, I had worry. I think that's why I created my worriness, my worries, anxieties. Is this man going to come back or is he going to abandon us? That's a lot of us. That's a lot of mouths to feed. I was thinking that way as a kid. Like, it was scary. We're strangers,
Yeah.
I didn't know. I'm trying to help my mother and trying to be.
No, that's scary because you were the oldest 5 siblings. That's crazy.
Yeah, so I remember it all. So it was scary. I didn't know our fate, what was going to come about.
And you still, that's what the trauma you still have. A lot of your stress and worry and even your mental breakdown, all of that came about from, how am I going to support my family? What am I going to do? It was worry came about because those are child traumas that are still there. It's your inner child. I'm not a therapist, but that's your inner child. And so I think that those kind of psychedelics, and we're going off topic, of course, but this is not even Patreon.
Of course.
But thank you for that comment. I do feel that there is a big difference from numbing with pain pills and things like that to the psychedelics, although I choose to do none of it at this point. But I do think it was a benefit for you while you did do it.
I enjoyed it.
Okay, Monica, Fit2WQ, keep posting the pics. I get so motivated. You give us 40 plus, such an inspiration. Just waiting for the bikini pic. You are on fire. Thank you so much, Monica. I really appreciate that. Dina Ray, 6739. Mike is truly a man for saying that you did the best you could and taking responsibility for his shit. Lucky you have each other. What a stand-up woman. Slay. Talking about your addiction and that process, going through that.
Yeah, it was tough. A couple of times, not just once.
Well, I know. That's what we were talking about in that episode. It was episode 521. We were talking about how it was hard for me to go through it again with the weed. I was kind of like, fuck, here we go again. Because I didn't anticipate that it was going to be just as difficult as the Xanax.
I didn't either, to be honest.
Because it really was. That part was just as bad. You went through a lot of the same struggles. All right, moving on to Mega Fit Meals. You guys, I did try the chicken tenders. You had the chicken tenders before we left. So what do you think?
10 of 10. Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent.
520 calories, 52 grams of protein. The most delicious potato wedges.
Yes. I put a little ketchup on there. Ooh, they're fire.
You guys,
I got them a
so
little
good.
crispy in the air fryer.
Yeah, so did I.
Yes, that's a key. If you're going to order that one, get it crispy, guys.
Do it in the air fryer. Oh
Yes.
my God, you guys, it was so good. I ordered it last week. I ordered 5 because I knew everyone was going to try the chicken tenders. I ordered 5 of them. This week, I think I did 2 or 3, but I really do love them.
They're good.
And then this week, it's coming in a couple of days. That order, there's a new meal called Miss Olympia, and it's like a brown rice pasta with shredded chicken. It looks so good.
Ooh.
And there was a couple of other new meals that I'm trying. But you guys, I'm loving MegaFit meals. They are so good to have on hand. If you want a discount code, you've never tried them before, DM me on Instagram at Jay's Body Bootcamp, or send me an email. I'll give you my discount code and you can give them a try, because they are real food, delicious, quality ingredients. They use best of the best ingredients. So if you're struggling trying to hit your macros, if you're struggling putting meals together, incorporate one MegaFit meal per day. It will, and then work around it. It'll make your life so much easier.
It already has the macros. It tastes good.
Yeah.
And if you want to, like me and you, we both doctored up. Like the taco bowl, that's becoming one of my favorites. Where you told me the hack: throw a bunch of lettuce, shredded lettuce in there.
Yeah.
To make it even bigger.
That's the hack.
And it just looks delicious. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And it looks like it's filling. Like I'm eating a big old. I like to eat big plates of food. I'm a big eater, and I feel satisfied.
There's a
filling.
chicken. There's a chicken kebabs one. It's like a Greek chicken kebabs. I love that one too. Alyssa loves it. But you know, my daughter, she is definitely my daughter. I swear.
Why?
The older that she gets, the more I realize how much she is turning into me. It's so weird, because I didn't think she was. I thought she was more like Robert. She is turning into my little clone.
Yes.
But she always likes to like mess with stuff to make it like, I don't know, better. She took the chicken kebabs, took them off the skewer, shredded them.
Oh, okay.
Shredded them, mixed it in like with the rice, poured in the tzatziki, and mixed it all up, and then dips pita chips. That's why she bought those pita chips.
Oh my goodness.
Dips pita chips and eats it like that. She says, "Mom, it is so good that way." And I'm like, "Yes, I'm doing that."
Damn. Yeah, she's your little clone. Steals your clothes.
Yeah.
She not copied, but went into your footsteps of competing. Eventually,
And
talked into competing.
she is a macro magician as well.
Yes, she is.
I actually thought, I'm like, Alyssa, we got to do the cookbook together. You got to be in on it. It's got to be a project that we all do, like a family cookbook.
No one's done that.
No, right? And we'll all have like our section.
Like, look, I'm the PB&J king.
Yeah.
You know, that video went viral. We pretty much sold out. One Up Nutrition peanut butter and cookie flavor.
I know, peanut butter cookie. Yeah,
peanut butter cookie.
I was sold out for a long time.
Yeah,
for sure. And then when I said it was back in stock, like my One Up sales went through the roof. So I'm like, I definitely have something to do with it.
My client bought 2 tubs, and he had 2 sandwiches for lunch the other day.
Did he like it?
Oh, he loved it.
It's
He's like, dude, I'm having
good.
You can't beat it on keto, on the bread with protein. You cannot beat it. I'm telling you, anybody who grew up in the U.S. of A., other than you. Majority of us grew up on PB&Js. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you for bringing me on board to the PB&J, because I am obsessed with the PB&Js.
I'm actually going to have one tomorrow.
All right, let's talk about building self-confidence. So, because I'm actually made notes for a team call. We have our one-on-one client team call on Fridays, and after we record this, we're going to be doing that. And it's something that I'm going to talk to them about one-on-one. But I do want to talk to you guys here about it on Candidly with Coffee, because I know our clients listen here as well.
Yeah.
But the best way to build self-confidence is to keep promises to yourself.
Yes.
The reason why people are reluctant to sign up for coaching programs and hire a coach and start things is because they are not confident in their ability to succeed.
Facts.
Because
I truly believe that.
Yes. Why? Because over the years, time and time again, program after program, they've failed because they have not kept promises to themselves.
Yep.
So your success lies in the ability to keep promises to yourself. And this is important to me too, and something I practice. You got to practice it. And you're going to think I'm so silly when I say this, but I open this show with the easiest way to practice it. Make yourself to-do lists, because even the littlest, tiniest things that you do in your life, and you know you're going to do anyway, even if you don't need a reminder, put them on a to-do list, because when you check it off and get it done, every time you check it off, you're keeping a promise to yourself. Like, I told myself I was going to do these things today, and every time you check off that list, you build a little more self-confidence in your ability to accomplish things that you set out to do in a little way. You got to be able to do that in little ways before you can do it in big ways.
Yeah, I agree.
And so you have to keep promises to yourself by creating non-negotiables, by treating the things that you say you're going to do as non-negotiables. There was a time this week I had said, hey, I'm going to do a fast. And I realized that I'm like, I really don't need to fast this week. Like, I feel good with where I'm at. I feel lean. I don't really need to fast as where I'm at with my macros and all of that. But I did the fast anyway. Why did I do the fast?
You threw a wrench in the program too, because Webb wasn't sure if you were going to do it.
But why did I do it? Do you know why I decided to do it?
Why did you decide to do it?
You don't remember? We had a conversation about it. This is what happens when you talk to Mike. He doesn't actually ever remember.
I don't.
We
I have
had
a
a
shitty
conversation
memory.
just earlier today saying the reason why I did it was because I had said I was going to do it.
Oh, yeah.
And because I said I was going to do it, I need to do it.
Yeah.
I can't change my mind because every time you back out of something that you say you're going to do, you're carving out that pathway. It's like the path of least resistance, too. It's easy. It's easy to back out of something.
Super easy.
I am someone that is I've always felt like I purposely commit to things sometimes because I'm confident. I'm confident in my ability to follow through with my commitments because I've built it. If you don't have that, you have to build it. You have to build it. I'm successful in the things I do because I follow through on my commitments.
You're very good at that. You're very good at executing.
So if you struggle with finding success in your weight loss journey, then you have to ask yourself, are you someone that follows through on your commitments in all aspects of life? Are you someone that breaks plans all the time with people? I mean, how do you feel about?
I agree. I got to get better at that. I mentally do a to-do in my head. Mm-hmm. Like, I'll give you an example. Like today, I knew we were going to have a busy day, come to the studio, do things. And I'm like, part of me last night was like, well, maybe it's Friday. I'll sleep in a little bit. But then the other part was like, fuck no, you got to get up. You got to be at the gym when it first opens up. When that door cracks open, you got to be there, putting in work, knock it out. So I didn't negotiate myself. I got up today. As much as I wanted to sleep in, I said, now I'm going to get up and do.
Yeah, and it's okay to sleep in sometimes, but that'll be part of I will say I'm going to do that too. That's a commitment too. I'll be like, you know what? On Sunday, I'm going to sleep in a little bit. That's a commitment to myself in self-care.
Yes.
And accomplishing that is also a positive thing. But it's about just following through with the things that you say you're going to do to yourself. You know, if I'm going to join this challenge and I'm going to stick to it, follow through.
Yeah.
But that's a big commitment. And a lot of people, I feel like they have lacked following through. And every time you don't follow through with something, you are losing self-confidence.
Yes. Agreed.
And you have to build that self-confidence with the little things first. If you're missing, you're not going to do the big things if you can't even do the little things.
Big time.
So little things.
Yeah, but a lot of people want to jump from A to Z. It's like, dude, you haven't even done the little steps to get to Z. So what are we talking about here? You're so worried about this, and that, but you ain't even done this yet.
And so that self-confidence is what's going to get you to the dance, honestly. And so you got to build it. You can't ignore it. You got to work on it. You got to build it. If you speak in uncertainty, you got to switch the way you talk. I catch it with clients. I catch it with people I know. I hope so. I think so. I might. Maybe.
Yeah, a lot of that.
Stop speaking with uncertainty. Stop living in the gray area.
Everybody drags their feet, man. Get it a lot.
Because they want to give themselves an out. And if you catch yourself doing that, don't. Like, you catch me every once in a while doing it, and I love it when you correct me. You're like, when. You always say that. When I say, well, if we do this, you're like, when.
Yeah.
So have an accountability partner. I catch you too. And we catch each other, and we kind of like, because you have to course correct all the time because our minds always want to give ourselves a little out. Or why? Because then it doesn't feel as bad when you fail. If you said maybe, I might try to lose 10 pounds this month, instead of telling everyone, hey, I'm going to lose 10 pounds.
People don't do that.
Like, put it out there into the universe so that your people will hold you accountable. People are like, hey, I thought you were going to do this. Like, yeah, I'm working on it.
True.
People don't want to. They want to do things secretly because they don't want to be held accountable.
No.
That's why.
Mm-hmm.
That's why.
Especially, well, I don't know how it is with women, but dudes especially, they hate being called out and held accountable.
I heard one of your favorite guys say something today that, I loved. Wes Watson.
Oh, what's
his
the Wes
quote
say?
said, if you are deficient in an area, your ego devalues it. If you are deficient in an area, your ego devalues it. If you are poor, you'll tell someone who has a lot of money, well, it's not all about money.
True.
You devalue it.
Always.
Right?
They always do that.
If you are overweight and not happy with your body, you'll devalue having one. Well, I like to live. I like to have fun. I like to eat what I want. I would never want to have to go to the gym. You devalue it because you are deficient in that area.
Yes.
So I want
You're
you to
so
really,
true.
I love that. And I want you to think about your mindset because like I said earlier about the comment about, my before and after or whatever, like why does it bother you?
Why? That's a good question. Why does it bother you?
Are you deficient in an area and therefore you're devaluing it?
Because secretly, deep down, they want it. But again, they tell themselves that they don't because the work that it takes is too hard, so they devalue it. That's what I believe.
Because here's the thing. If you are on your journey, even if you're not there yet, if you are wanting or you're on the right mindset, but you're far from it, that's okay. A lot of us are there. I'm there in a lot of ways for a lot of things in my life. But seeing people that have it inspires me because I'm on my way there. I'll see you there.
Me
Bye.
too.
I'll see you. I'll catch you over there.
Instead of me being bitter and angry, like, fuck, man, this dude's doing better than me.
And that's a good sign.
Yeah, I've
because
never
that
been that way.
means we're on the right path. That means we're on the right frequency. We're inspired. If you see someone that's transformed or wealthy, successful, whatever it may be, and it makes you feel insecure, you're not on the journey. You're not on the frequency. You need to hop on it because that insecurity will turn into inspiration.
Yeah.
So like those people that commented saying, keep posting those pictures, they inspire me. Congratulations, because that means you're on the journey.
Yes.
Your mindset is shifting. You're working towards your goals. You're on the right path. It might not even be the exact same things, but when you can feel inspired by people and not insecure or jealous, that's a really good sign. If you're insecure or jealous, it's time to do some inner reflecting and some work, and you need some mindset work. That's what we work a lot about. We work a lot on mindset in our coaching program. The macros and the nutrition and the exercise, that's the easy part. It's this mindset, getting our clients to get out of that mindset.
It's crazy. It's not easy to shift someone's mind.
No, it takes time.
And that word gets thrown around so much, and you hear, what is mindset? There's a lot goes into mindset. It ain't just, here you go, we're just going to talk and you're going to flip a switch. No, it's way deeper than that. There's a lot of shit you're holding on to. There's a lot of excuses you built in. You lived in the comfort zone for so long, so we got to break you out of that shell. It ain't easy. But once you break out of that shell, you feel free and liberated, like, wow. Feel alive, like I'm living now. Now you're really living. You think going to the bottle and being cool and drinking every weekend, I'm hanging out with the homies with my foot. No, you're not cool, bro. You're not. That's not cool at all. That's stupidity is what that is.
Yeah. You know what? And I read another quote today, and it said, how you look is how you live.
Bingo.
I loved that. That's so true. You could tell how I live based on how I look.
Yeah. When you're sharp, usually everything around you sharp. What I mean by that, our coach, recently said that. Keeps himself on point. Shout out Guerrero Fitness. He's like, keep myself on point. My cars are on point. He wants his cars clean. My house is clean. I keep my whole life clean.
Mind is clean.
Everything's sharp. How I live is sharp.
Yeah, there was a teacher that I had that used to say, time to clean your desks, guys, because a cluttered desk is a cluttered mind.
That's so true. I remember that as a kid. That's so true. I don't like clutter. I don't like stuff everywhere.
Yeah. I think that's why I have this like really deep desire for our move, because I know it's going to be a great opportunity to like unclutter my life. Because I really just want to get one small little pod and whatever we can fit in there, clothing, things like that. But for the most part, I'm leaving it all behind.
It's pretty crazy how you think about it, how we both are together, ended up together, but we both have that same mindset. We both like, we don't have a lot of shit, a lot of stuff, some people just are pack rats. Just naturally are pack rats. They love to pack everything in. Yeah. And we're not like that.
No, thank God.
For whatever reason. Yeah.
Thank God. But so, it really does take you to make some shifts with your mind to transform. So I want you guys to remember some of the things we talked about. So we talked about building self-confidence and your ability to keep promises to yourself. Stop breaking promises to yourself. That's number one. Start small. Make little ones. Tomorrow I'm gonna walk. Schedule your workouts. Little tiny things. I'm gonna drink my water and I'm gonna get sleep. Like focus on what you focus on improves, but you also will be building self-confidence by keeping those promises to yourself. Okay. The other thing is really be introspective here. When you see people with things that you want and desire, or that you don't even realize you want and desire, but are you feeling insecure? Or are you feeling inspired? Because if you are feeling insecure, you have some work to do.
Yes, you do.
You have some work to do. It means deep down you want change, but you haven't taken the steps to make it happen. Because otherwise you wouldn't care at all. Because you wouldn't care. Let's say you don't deep down want change. Then you won't feel insecure or inspired. You'll just be like, it's just another Joe. I don't give a fuck. I'm happy with my life. So you shouldn't care at all. Trolls care. Trolls are insecure.
Oh, they're the worst. They are the worst.
Trolls mean that you've tapped into something that makes them feel insecure, and so they're going to try to bring you down to their level.
Yes, always.
So
happens a lot.
Yeah. But it is important to pay attention to that, because it is something that you're going to have to work on. You're never going to progress very far unless you start tapping into feelings of inspiration, because inspiration really helps you move forward.
Yeah.
Getting inspired. Whenever I am feeling kind of down and out, I look to things to inspire me, because I like to get that pump up of inspiration. I love it. You know, just like years ago, we used to drive around the Beverly Hills to look at the nice houses. I never got jealous or insecure. I got inspired.
Exactly.
Yeah. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Candidly with Coffee. And we will see you on the next one. We'll see you guys in the after show for